morning, everybody. I am curling my hair right now, and I thought I would just chat while I finish getting ready, and I'll show you how I've been doing my hair. I've just been wrapping my wand around, and I kind of just wrap my bangs into my curls, and it makes it look like I don't have any bangs right now. Today, I just wanted to do a little day in life again. I liked doing my last video. It felt like just fun sharing random snippets of our day. Funny story, not really funny, could have been bad. I come downstairs at 6, that's when I set my alarm. And usually Andrew goes to the gym, like he leaves the house usually around then. So I come downstairs and he had already left. And it was kind of dark outside, so I just opened the door to let Kyla out to go to the bathroom. And then shortly after, probably like 15 minutes later, I'm just sitting on the couch and Violet comes downstairs and she stayed with me for a little bit. And then she hears Kyla scratching on the door to get in, so she goes and lets Kyla in. And we're just hanging out, like time's going by, and we hear like pecking at the door. And Violet's like, "Mom, the chickens are outside." And I go, "Wait, what? Do you think Dad let them out?" Usually he doesn't let them out until he gets back, and I'm usually the one to let the chickens out, like I'll have the girls go let them out. And I go, "So Kyla was outside. We have not let her outside with the chickens yet, because especially her breed of dog, like Shiba is brushwood in Japanese, so they literally flush out bushes to like get birds and like squirrels and whatnot. That's just in her breed. So I'm like, even if I don't know if I could just trust her. I feel like her animal instinct would just randomly turn on and she would just like attack one of the chickens. I don't know. And I don't want to try it out. And so we've never really let them go together. And apparently she was just hanging out with them this morning for 20 minutes or so and just came on in like a normal day. So I don't know. I wonder if she's like afraid of them. That's what I kind of think. But again, it's like you don't want to like risk it and just try. So who knows? That's what happened though. But luckily our chickens are still alive and happy. And what's nice about our chickens now is we have enough eggs. Like we have over a dozen eggs. We've kind of like passed, like at first we were eating them like while they were laying them. Like we couldn't get on top of it. We were still having to buy eggs, but now we're to the point where we don't need to buy eggs anymore, which is so exciting. They just lay all the time. I can't believe it. Like their breed was apparently, it says they're supposed to lay like 5 to 6 days a week. And they lay every single day. I honestly think there might have been one time that one of them didn't lay. It's really crazy. And they lay the biggest large brown eggs. They're so gigantic. So it's been really cool. Andrew and I are like, okay, we're ready for some land so we can just get, like I would love to get 10 chickens now. The only downside of the chickens is the chicken poop. It's just everywhere, and it wouldn't bother me if they didn't come on our patio, but they walk on our patio. So if that wasn't the case, it really would not be a big deal. But since they do, it's just like in the way. And so we have to power wash our patio to get that off. Okay, I wanted to chat with you guys about antique shopping. I was chatting to Andrew about just like why I enjoy it so much, because he's like, I'm just curious, like how did this kind of like, where did this come from? And honestly, it was Andrew's mom who kind of got me into like certain ones near us, and just like her love for it like really like resonated with me. Okay, usually this hair does not take so long to like curl. I don't know what the deal is. What I just love so much is the hunt for things and just like walking around and looking for little gems. And when I go to antique shops, like antique malls, I just stand in one booth and I just like take it all in, and I just look at all the different things and think of different ideas I have for them, where they could go in certain areas of our house. like how I could really make it my own and fit into our house. And I absolutely love it. It brings me so much joy. I also love giving these old items love and attention and giving them a new home. And I think honestly a lot of that just comes with as I've gotten older now, because I think back to when I was pregnant with Owen, my parents were moving to Texas. And so they were cleaning out their house and getting rid of things that they didn't need anymore before they moved. And my mom would bring me so many things that I used as a child or things that she didn't want anymore. And I remember like I was just in a headspace back then of get rid of everything, purge it all. I had no storage for anything at our old house, and just with like the girls being 2 years old and being pregnant, I was not in the right mindset to like appreciate all these things. I was really in like survival mode back then. And so I really kick myself because the amount of stuff that my mom had given me that I would kill for to like have now. I'm like, why did I get rid of all that stuff? But it really was just, my mom and I say it was just like bad timing for how it all happened, because it was just, just when life is busy, you're just like not, I don't know, you don't want to add more stuff to your life. So now, and I think also like my girls are very sentimental, and something about having girls, and they always ask like, please save this for when I'm older. Like I want to save this for my kids. And so having that aspect now, like it makes things feel more special. And I have just like a few things from one of my grandmas who I was close with growing up. And I really just savor those things now. And I don't know, like before I had kids, I just didn't quite care as much about these little like household decor items or whatever it is, where now they hold like a lot of personal value to me. It's not really about decorating. It's more about like finding thoughtful pieces that have a story and bring character to your home. I used to only shop at Home Goods, and where else did I shop? Michael, like just store brand, Target. And sure, like every now and then I'll find something at these places, but very rarely. I'm pretty much just like getting everything secondhand now, and I just find so much more joy in that. Like even thrift shops, like it's just, you feel like you score when you find something, versus when you're going to like a brand name place, there's multiple of these items, so they're in other houses. All of that is to say that I have now, like I have stuff in our house that I can't, I think I'm done curling my hair. Make sure I always forget this like top piece. There we go. I don't have room for all this stuff now in our house. Like things are in drawers and cupboards, and in our guest room has become like an antique village. And my goal is, I told Andrew, like my goal one day is to open up my own little vendor booth. I want to slowly start collecting things so that I can fill up a space, but I'm just like it's not quite time for that. I feel like I need to wait a few years for that, but that is the goal. But in the meantime, I was thinking I could offer them to you guys. Like if there's some things that I found, I'm like, hey, I love these so much, but I have nowhere to put them right now, and I don't want them to just sit alone. Like I want them to bring somebody else joy. I thought I would share them with you guys, because I do get a lot of comments on like home stuff and like, where is that from? And I really can't tag anything at this point because a lot of it is just secondhand stuff. So I thought every now and then, like as much as you guys are interested, or obviously like if I have stuff, I could share like 10 items or 5 items on my channel. And if you guys are interested in them, then you can come to my Instagram and just let me know what you'd pay for them. Just give me your best offer, and whoever has the best offer, I will ship it to you. I'll just let you know what shipping costs once I have your address, and then probably like bundles would be better because I could ship you like all of them together. But I thought it would just be kind of a fun thing that you guys can take part in my thrift and antique treasures and finds that I have collected that truly cannot fit in our house at this point. So I'll do my first one today, and I'll gather some things and we can chat about them and, you know, what I would do with them, like decor wise, to give you ideas. If you aren't sure, if you're interested in them, go to my Instagram. It's with Kendra. Send me a DM, send me a message. I have to share this facial cupping. It has hair on it. The brand is Provence, and it is, oh my gosh, insane. My forehead wrinkles are so minimal right now. I've used this 3 days in a row on my entire face, and it looks less than when I even use my frownies. I really cannot get over it. This is amazing. I have to link this for you guys. It's so good. It also comes with like a little one for around your mouth and around your eyes, but I use this literally just how I would use a gua sha. So I go up my face with it. You like squeeze, pull up, and release your tension. Same thing here. You squeeze and bring it all the way around, and then you go up and around, and then you bring that down your face. Same thing as a gua sha. So if you do that, you will get used to this quick, but it brings so much circulation into your skin. Even like right here, I get these wrinkles, these like, I don't want to call them wrinkles, these fine lines from sleeping on my left side. And even just a few days, it's relaxed those lines so much. You guys, this is like, this is amazing. I'm so in love, and can't believe it. Me and the girls just got done some school stuff. They are now taking a break and playing outside. And now I'm working with Owen on some math. So I'm going to share kind of what we've been doing. Once I'm done with all of them, I'll share all the stuff. Okay, we're cleaning up our school stuff this morning. The girls are doing second grade math with confidence. Mostly it's just review so far. So we're kind of going over that. And then I was using the kindergarten math with confidence. I shared this on my Instagram, but I haven't shared that here yet. The kindergarten was way too hard for Owen. And he's a very young kinder. So we probably are going to do kindergarten twice. That's kind of my plan right now. I realized I had this from the girls. And when I use this with them, I just scanned the pages. So I scanned them so that I'd have this for Owen. So it worked out perfectly. So that's what we're doing now. And this is way more simplified than the math with confidence. So yeah, I would say like Good and Beautiful just takes things a little bit slower, it seems. I did find though, when we did this with the girls and then jumped to the first grade math with confidence, they were a tad behind, or at least just like the way they teach things is different than the Good and the Beautiful. So I think what we'll do with Owen is we'll do this, and then next year we'll do math with confidence kindergarten. And then by the time he's in first grade, I think it'll just like be a little bit more seamless going through. But yeah, this definitely seems a little more, this is easier and goes a little slower than the math with confidence. I got these workbooks from Spectrum for language arts because we are finishing up All About Reading level 3. And after we're done with 3, we're going to be done with All About Reading. It's kind of like, I think we've tapped out in what we can like utilize it for. And they're great at reading right now. So I want a little bit more of like a encompassing language arts moving forward. So we'll finish level 3. We're a little more than halfway done right now. And then my friend just started using Lightning. I think it's called Lightning Literature. We might move on to that. But for the time being, to add in some other stuff besides just reading stuff, I got these. So I have the second grade language arts, spelling, and there's a writing one too. So we just kind of use these sporadically, like a couple times a week. And then I also have this for Owen. It's just like simple tracing. He does not like to do it, but we have it. But I do feel like that is the tricky part of when you're starting. Like, you want it to be fun still, and I think there's just so much pressure, especially for like kindergarten, to do so much. I'm like, oh my gosh, when I was in kindergarten, all I remember doing was like crafts and maybe our ABCs. I just really can't believe all the stuff they have for kindergarten. It's just so wild to me. When I was doing the Math with Confidence kindergarten, it like in 3 lessons, it already introduces money and like comparing 5 pennies to 1 nickel. And I'm just like, this is way beyond what we are ready to do right now for Owen. And also there was something else that I was so surprised that they were already doing. Oh, I can't remember now, but I was just like, we need to pause it. Oh, it was making flashcards for 10 combos. So like playing a memory game and finding like the 3 and the 7, the 4 and the 6, because those equal 10. I'm like, this is so much more advanced than we are ready for. So the good thing though for homeschool is if you find yourself in a situation like that, you can change course and do something a little bit different and cater it to where your child is at, meet them there. And I'm just trying to keep things light for Owen and just, you know, when he is tapped out, like go play. I'm gonna play some Battleship right now. Games have been something that we introduced like end of last school year, and they've been like a huge component now to our homeschool, especially it's helped with math. I've gotten like a just Yahtzee and just normal games have really helped the girls with numbers and just like quicker addition. So we're gonna just play some Battleship right now. I collected some things. So my only concern is a lot of the stuff I have is like really, really heavy. So I'm not sure how much shipping's gonna cost for some of these things. So if it's like, if I look up your address and it's like way too much for shipping, then maybe I can't ship some of these, but we can always see and try. So I feel like my style has evolved over the years. It started off very farmhouse, and now it's very much like old world, like primitive. I like it to feel collected and aged and not new. So you'll kind of get the vibe. I mean, I'm sure you guys already know if you follow me. Okay, the first thing is my treasured love, but I just don't have the space, the place for it now. I think one day I will when the kids are older, but right now I don't. So I don't know if I can ship this because it's so gigantic, but look, oh my gosh. Webster's New International Dictionary, 2nd edition. It is the coolest thing I've like ever seen. Look at the sides. And I think this would make the coolest coffee table piece. Like, what a point of conversation for people when they come over to your house. I mean, this is incredible. So I think eventually I would have a place for this, maybe when the kids get older. I just don't right now. So it just seems silly to hang on to things. I don't know. But if it's too expensive to ship, then I will just hang on to it and still love it. But oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So, okay, there's the first thing. Next, we're going smaller. I have a special love with Crocs. I don't know what it is. Like, crockery is just so cool to me. I feel like whenever there are places, people buy them so quickly. So this one is made in England. It is the Berkeley Arms, Berkeley Gloucester Farmhouse Old English Wine. And guys, you can hear it. There is wine in here. I just can't even believe it. When I bought this, I didn't even think there was anything in here. I just thought, like, I'm so drawn to crockery with like the top being that brown color. And I just think that it's really, really cool. Has so much character and history. Like, where did this come from? I mean, obviously England, but like, what stories, you know? It's really cool. So there's that. Number 2. Number 3 is another piece also made in England. Sandlin Ware, Lancaster and Sandlin, Hanley, England. And it's this beautiful painted plate, and it has gold around the rim, and it's the cutest little house with little chickens, which is why I bought it, because I'm into anything with chickens these days. So you could hang this on a wall with a little plate hanger. You could just like lay it against books for your bookshelf. You could put it in the kitchen in like a clear shelf. You can really put this anywhere. You could also just lay it flat. It could be a spot for a candle holder. So many little things for that. Okay, next I have 3 pieces of silver, and I just polished these yesterday. I'm sure you could polish them even more, but I don't know. I just personally like it to be a little tarnished because it shows a little bit of aging. 3 pieces. I have 2 of these size like oval dishes, and I love this one. This one has the ridges. So let's see, this will be number 4. And then on the back, this one has this engraving right there. This one will be number 5, with the 2 little side pieces like this. And then this one I'll say is number 6, which is a footed, what would you call this? Like a bowl, a dish. I think this one's so pretty. I just don't have the place for this. Oh, isn't that so cool? You could put like a little tea towel in here with stuff. You could use it just like as a piece. You could fill it with something. So many options. So I just think that one's really beautiful. And then on the back of the footed one, here is this engraving right there. Number 7 is this little crock urn. The bottom has an engraving that says Grant on the bottom, and it has this little top. I just love pottery. There is one little chip in the side. Just want to let you know. But you can just turn it to the back so you don't see it. But you could use this just for decor, or you could use it for in the kitchen. Like if you want to actually store something in there, you could totally do that too. But it's just like this really pretty light dove gray with this black speckling, and very, very cool. It says Grant on this too. So yeah. And my last thing is another love of mine. You could drill a hole in the bottom and use it as a planter. I just would worry that it would break. I don't know, it just feels like, I'm not sure if it would take that, but the bottom is like so cool. This has just been through a lot. So if I'm shipping this, I need to really bubble wrap this baby good, because I don't know, it's pretty cool. So you could use this though for anything. You could do some faux plants in here. You could use it as storage. You could use it for like your dish soaps up by your kitchen. You could use it just as like a cute display of anything. This could go in the bathroom. You could have stuff in there. So many options. Send me a DM if you guys are interested in any of these on my Instagram. And we'll see how this goes. And I can continue to do this as I find stuff that I love, but I cannot have a place for. Alrighty, we just got back from out of the house. We went to a little, like, it's not like a skate park. I mean, I guess you can, but we just take our scooters and go down the ramp. The kids love to do that. We went there, we went to the library, we went out to eat, like probably like once a month. I like to take the kids out to eat together, like for brunch, and they think it's so much fun. So we did that together. Where else did we go? Oh, and Owen got his haircut. So we did a lot of things. They're all having their quiet time right now, and I'm gonna make myself a little bit of matcha. I've been back on my matcha kick. I feel like I go through waves of being into certain things, but lately I've been just wanting like a little pick-me-up in the afternoon. And this actually gives me like a really great boost of sustained energy. So my lips, I feel like are really dry. I need to put some chapstick on. This is the Dime Tinted Balm. I just placed an order for some RMS lip products. I just realized I don't have like any lip products anymore. I got rid of pretty much all of mine because they were all like kind of not the greatest ingredients. So all I've been using these days is my Dime lip balms, and I want a little bit more color these days. You know what it was? We were watching, Andrew and I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which we remembered it a little bit better the last time we watched it, which we were in high school at the time. Pretty sure we went to see it together. But I remember like after seeing that video, I was like, this movie is so good. And after we watched it last week, we were like, did this like, was this not as good as you remember? I don't know. It was like 50-50. Like, I feel like they're both amazing actors. They were so good in it. And some of the scenes were like awesome and so good. But then there's like some things that were just kind of hokey and like Spy Kids vibes. But moral of the story is Angelina Jolie had like the best lips in that movie. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, what does she have on her lips? It just looked like so natural. I mean, she has great lips, but like a nice rosy pink color the whole time. It just looks so good. And literally right after the movie, I'm like on RMS's website, like ordering lip products. So I'll share this when they come if I like, hopefully I like them all. Let me show you the lineup. So first I boil some water and then I pour that into some type of taller container so I can whisk it, froth it without it spilling over my coffee cup. I pour this in to my pitcher and I pour in some raw honey, about like a tablespoon of raw honey. And then I mix it with this until it's all incorporated. And then I top it off with raw milk if I have it. If I don't have raw milk, I'll just use regular whole milk. Usually like I do 50-50 with water and the milk, and it's just delicious. We got our daily 3 eggs. Check it out. We have all the brown ones are from our chickens. So cool. And then I also do a little bit of some cinnamon. So once the water is boiled, I'll pour that in and whip all that together. Hi, cutie. Taking a little breather. It's a hot day, so I think this tile feels good on her body. Okay, I'm gonna take my matcha and read a little bit. I am slowly making my way through this book. I've not been good about reading lately. I'm gonna go sit while the kids are resting. Got a little love letter delivery from Violet. We are on our way to soccer practice. It is so hot. It is 91 degrees and I'm ready for fall.
Mom, I want to have it.
We are back from soccer and I was telling the girls to go let the chickens out. I don't know what happened, but Kyla got out again and she chased them. So let's just say they are not safe around Kyla anymore. Okay, I'm making some quesadillas, turkey because we don't have tons of time after soccer to make a lot of food. So we're just doing easy peasy right now. That is going to be the end of today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you soon.